excuse me, I just got out of the shower, so this is me la natural, and it's been a rough week. So
New message.
Of course. Okay. As most of you know, I went Friday the 6th to get my surgery date. But I kind of have a story to tell you before that. So, here it goes. Once upon a time, no. I work at a casino in the cage, and I give out money. It's very, very, very repetitive and very fast-paced.
New message.
Hold on, let me turn this off here. Okay, it's very fast-paced, and it's repetitive, and it's just, you know, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. I mean, it's just counting and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers. So it's really easy to mess up. I've been doing it for 3 years, and okay, last week I paid a ticket. It was $190, and apparently I didn't redeem the ticket. I didn't clear it in the computer, so the total was still up there. I paid the money, and then the next person came up, and they had a ticket for $45. I scanned it and paid them $45 plus $190 because that's what I saw as the total. So I was $190 short in my drawer, which is a bad thing. So my boss decides to look at my variance record, and it's been kind of bad over the last couple of months. She said over the last 6 months. She said I've always had a really, really good record with dealing with money up until the last 6 months, and which is probably about true because it's been 6 months since my stepdad passed away, and I just haven't been very right in the head since then sometimes. So, and it's also been 6 months since I've been trying to get the surgery. So I have a lot of stuff on my mind, and that's that. So I messed up. She decided to put me on a probation, a variance probation, and what that entails of is 3 months of probation. Each month, I think my hair is like sticking straight up, sorry. Each month I have $30 variance that I can't go over $30 or I'm fired. So that's a little stressful, you know, $30 for each month for a 3-month period. That's a little stressful, but I'm like, okay, if I take my time and go slow and just be super observant about what's going on, I'll be okay. So the first night I balanced, the second night I balanced, third night I balanced, and the fourth night I did not balance. My drawer did not balance. It was $80 short. So that was my Friday. That was Wednesday. So Thursday, I didn't do anything. I didn't get out of bed. And I just cried all day because I knew that was going to be my job. And it, you know, sadly enough, I wasn't concerned about the job so much. I was concerned, oh my God, I might not be able to get my surgery. So Thursday, I didn't do anything. I was totally depressed. I drank soda. Ugh. So Friday morning, I was supposed to go up to Flagstaff, and I did. I went up there, and the surgeon, I met with the surgeon, and he was like gung-ho about everything. He said everything looks great. I wasn't planning on telling them about the situation just because I didn't feel the need to. So, until the time actually came about. So, he said, okay, let's set a date. And I was like, yeah, great, the sooner the better, because if I do get fired, I have 30 days for my insurance before it runs out. So we set a date. The soonest they could get me in is March 12th. So that's a little over a month away. And I couldn't be happy. I didn't smile. Like, I could not bring myself to be excited, because I'm thinking, I might not get the surgery. So, Friday was payday, so I decided to, after getting my surgery date, I was going to go up to the casino and cash my check. And I was thinking, while I'm up there, I'm going to talk to the benefits coordinator and see what my options are, because I don't really know the ins and outs of the stuff. So I talked to her. Luckily she fit me in, and I told her, I said, look, I might not have a job, and I have to have this surgery. Like, I can't see my life going on without getting the surgery. And I've worked way too hard and come way too far, and I just can't do this. I have a surgery date set, and I don't know. I don't know what to do. So we were looking over all the options. She said I could pay for the Cobra or whatever, which ends up being $669 a month. So that's a lot of money. And I said, okay, well, if I get fired, I'm going to be out of a job. I'm not going to have the money to pay for that, plus my bills, So, she said if I get fired, then I could, use my money in my 401k, which I don't put money towards it, but the casino actually puts money towards the 401k. They pretty much match whatever you put in, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm like a lot of America, and I live paycheck to paycheck, so any little bit counts. So I don't have any money put into my 401k, and I've only been there 3 years, so I have about $2,100 in my 401k. And so she said that after the 20% of taxes being taken out, I would have enough to cover for 2 months with the Cobra, which Cobra is like the insurance that they offer, but it's the same insurance that we have. I don't know. So it was confusing. So I was really excited to hear that. I'm thinking, okay, for the first time all day long that day, I was actually excited, because I'm thinking, shoot, I can get my surgery even if I don't have a job. And so I was excited. And I started crying because I was so happy. It was just a blessing to hear that, And then I walk out of her office and I'm smiling and ready to go, and then I run into my boss. She wanted to speak to me in the other room, in the interview room. So she took me into the interview room.